everyone, and welcome to Corporate Council on Africa's U.S. Africa Business Roundup. This month was an incredibly important one for us as the CCA team completed a major technical visit to Mauritius in preparation for the 2026 U.S. Africa Business Summit. Our delegation was in Mauritius to begin detailed preparations for the summit next July, meeting with senior officials as well as the private sector. I was honored to meet with the Honorable Dr. Navin Chandra Ramgoolam, Prime Minister of the Republic of Mauritius, as well as Ministers of Foreign Affairs, Industry, and Finance to continue discussions on U.S.-Africa partnership, investment opportunities, and Mauritius's important role as summit host in July 2026. Our team also had the opportunity to meet with key private sector leaders and businesses, many of which are investing in other African countries and serving as a hub for foreign investment into Africa. I was pleased that during a press conference, we highlighted the strategic importance of the summit for U.S. Africa business and investment, and officially announced the summit dates, July 26 to 29, 2026 in Port Louis, Mauritius. Throughout the week, I was delighted that Jean-Ramon Boule, Vice Chair of the CCA Board of Directors, Chairman of Boule Group, and a proud Mauritian, was able to provide his leadership and support as we worked with Mauritian public and private sector leaders to ensure a successful summit. I am grateful to U.S. Ambassador to Mauritius and Seychelles, Mr. Henry Jardine, and the U.S. Embassy team in Mauritius for their support as well. We are excited to welcome U.S. and African government and private sector leaders to join us at the 2026 U.S. Africa Business Summit, the premier event advancing the U.S.-Africa trade, investment, and business relationship. Please put July 26 to 29, 2026 on your calendars, and we look forward to welcoming you to Mauritius. We were also delighted to co-host with the AGOA Coalition, co-chaired by my dear friend Rosa Whitaker, an AGOA Leaders Breakfast Roundtable, gathering industry leaders and policymakers to reflect on the future of U.S.-Africa trade after the lapse of AGOA at the end of September. This event was the kickoff of the 3-day Continue AGOA series of events with members of Congress and their staffs, African leaders and the African Diplomatic Corps here in Washington, as well as the business community to highlight the urgent need to renew AGOA. The conversation was focused on the draft legislation proposed by the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, to extend AGOA for 3 years through the end of 2028, which was the subject of a hearing the same morning. CCA publicly supports this draft and encourages Congress and the administration to adopt it as soon as possible. While this extension will be helpful, it also sends a clear signal about the importance of using that time wisely to create a much stronger, more reciprocal two-way trade and investment partnership between the United States and African nations. The consensus among participants, including the Prime Minister of Mauritius, who joined us virtually, was clear. AGOA has been a powerful driver of trade, job creation, and economic ties between the U.S. and Africa. Many underscored how the program supported value chains, manufacturing, agriculture, and export-oriented businesses across the continent, while providing U.S. consumers significant savings every year and providing key inputs that help U.S. companies to be more competitive globally, supporting hundreds of thousands of jobs in the U.S. Through discussions like this, CCA continues to play a vital role, convening stakeholders, advocating for sustainable trade and investment policy, and helping shape long-term U.S. Africa commercial partnerships. CCA will continue to be very active in this space, as we have been over many years, promoting approaches to capture the full potential of America's economic relationship with Africa, including at the upcoming U.S. Africa Business Summit in Mauritius. Thanks to our Mauritius mission, we are now well positioned to deliver a high-impact 2026 summit grounded in local insights, strong stakeholder commitment, and real actionable opportunities and business deals. At the same time, the AGOA Roundtable reaffirmed the urgency of our advocacy as we navigate the realities of the current administration's approach to trade and CCA's role in shaping U.S. Africa trade policy, promoting value-added investment and supporting regional value chain development is even more important. As we wrap up what has been a very successful year at CCA and look to 2026, we are looking forward to working with all of you to mobilize around current as well as new trade policy initiatives, enhance investment and business opportunities, and advance a stronger U.S. Africa economic partnership. Thank you for watching. I am thankful for all we've done together this year, and am excited about the path ahead in 2026. I wish you happy holidays and a happy new year.